You tried to kill your pack. And part of me is having a hard time forgiving you for that. There's also a part of me that in some sick way is almost proud, Josh. For one small moment, you gave in to your natural urge. You gave in to the wolf.
I wanted to talk to you today because I'm a huge fan of Being Human, and last year I talked to Sarah Allen on the show.
Great.
And I got to tell you, though, after I talked to Sarah Allen, the episode immediately after she got killed off, and now I'm talking to you. I'm talking.
You're going to curse me, is that what you're saying?
I'm talking to you, and you've just broken up with one of the main characters on the show. And so what's your future on the show? What's Nora's future? Do you know that?
I mean, I know only as far as we've filmed, which is, I think they've aired episode 9, and we filmed 13 episodes.
Right.
So I definitely know my future, for the rest of season 2. I don't know yet what's going to happen in season 3, but I can definitely say that so far we have not seen the last of Nora.
Okay, well, I would expect so anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
What are your thoughts on the show Being Human?
I mean, I think it's I'm not biased at all, but I think it's a fantastic show. I just think it's really, really cool. I think that hats off to the writers and creators. They've done a really, really fantastic job with it. It's obviously difficult to take a show that already exists. It was a successful BBC show, and try and launch it in America. And they've succeeded with flying colors.
Season 2, I think Being Human, it's really stepped it up a notch. There's the vampire werewolf and this ghostly killing going on. It's still a very human show.
Yeah, definitely.
And the acting, I think the level of the acting is very high, extremely high. And your character Nora, tell me about Nora.
Well, Nora is, for those who don't watch the show, a nurse at a hospital, the hospital where all these characters work. A very, strong-willed, independent woman. She had a lot of baggage in her past that she was running from that has now come to light in season 2. Very private person. Wasn't looking to sort of fall in love, and next thing you know, she falls for Josh, a werewolf.
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to her that he's a werewolf. Just thinks he has major commitment issues that, coincide with a full moon.
Woohoo!
Anyway, but
Sounds
season
kinky.
1, they fall in love, end up in a relationship together, and at the end of season 1, I'm scratched.
Right.
Spoiler alert. Mm-hmm. And so I'm now, as of season 2, right away in season 2, I also transform into a werewolf. And so it's now this woman dealing with what it's like to be a werewolf and all of the
the complications and everything that comes with that. Yeah,
that come along with it.
Well, I kept seeing you go through the process, the Nora's character, and I kept rooting for her. Don't go to the kibbles and bits side. Just say no to werewolf. But you've chosen your path. How weird was it for you to see your character finally morph into a werewolf for the very first time in the final letter?
From the moment that I had heard rumors that because in the British series, the nurse character also turns into a werewolf. Right away from season 1, I was afraid that slash sort of excited that my character could go this way. And I knew what it would entail because I'd seen Sam, Josh's character, transform many times. And so I was terrified from even,
what's it going to be about? And
and so, of course, thinking about it and knowing how much work it's going to be and also seeing how frightening it'll be to watch, etc. So I was really nervous. And, of course, we film it and everything's great. And I went into the sound studio to do ADR for, I guess, a couple episodes after we'd filmed. And I saw it for the first time in the sound studio, and the guy
what did you think?
Cool. It was terrifying, honestly.
Really?
I found it really disturbing, which I thought was great. I thought it worked fantastically for the scene, and I thought they just did such a good job that I really ended up I was able to actually separate from myself and feel for Nora and what she was going through. Like, I think they did a really good job with it. I was appropriately disturbed at seeing my face transform into a snout. I was able to actually separate it and see what this woman was doing. It was cool.
Were you coached on the proper way to look like, to get that transforming done on the show?
To a certain degree, I think coached just in the level of pain, like literally imagine your body is ripping apart.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
and then basically just go for it and see what happens, and know throughout that I had these sort of marks that I had to hit. Like at one point I had to hit my head on the car door, and at one point I had to, unbuckle my seatbelt, and at one point I had to literally, I just knew I had to sort of end up looking up at the moon. And I sort of was just, pain,
went with it.
Go, let's see what happens.
Now, obviously, when you do the werewolf scene and then the post-werewolf thing, you're in the woods naked, tastefully done, I might add. In order to pull off a scene like that, you as an actor have to be completely comfortable with that, because I know most people looking at body clues, he or she's not comfortable, and they pick up on that.
Yeah.
Now, when you found out you had to do that kind of scene, did they use a body double, or were you like okay with it, or?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm fine with it because, all the important parts are covered.
Yeah. It's very tastefully done.
So knowing that, you're able to just take the leap of faith that it's going to look tasteful, and it has. They've done a really good job with it. So yeah, no, I haven't had a hard time just sort of, giving over 100%.
I have to say that Nora's character scares the bejeebers out of me.
Me too.
You killed and ate your ex-boyfriend. I gotta say,
I know.
That can't help you in any potential new dates. That's a real buzzkill,
Yeah.
And Nora's not so regular on the show. She and Josh going in different directions, and Nora's chosen the werewolf way. You like this feeling, and
I do.
And she's gone on that route. So no word yet on when you're coming back. Which episode for season 2 on Being Human?
I don't know if I can say, but definitely stay tuned because I'll be back soon.
I saw in the last episode Jay Baruchel was one of the ghosts. Oh, that's a coup. I mean, it's being filmed. Is it mostly in Montreal now?
Yeah, I mean, the series shoots in and around Montreal.
Yeah.
Montreal being the base, like in the main city, and then we'll travel within an hour here and there if we have to get, exterior locations or a special building somewhere. But yeah, Montreal is the headquarters.
It looks great. The town of Montreal looks great. I mean, it could be Boston. It's sort of the same stonework, the same kind of construction.
Very well.
And it looks really good. Kristen, I do appreciate your time today. Anything else going on that, maybe I should ask you this. Okay, where to now? If you had your ultimate career gig land in your lap, what would you like to be doing? Maybe who would you like to work with?
Oh, wow. I mean, originally I would have said I want to do film because there's, then you're always changing up your jobs and you never feel stagnant in a role. It's always challenging, etc. But television these days is so fantastic.
Yeah, so the level
changed so much that honestly, I just want to do work that inspires me. So be it film or TV, just really good work that challenges me, that I'm proud of. So there's so many fantastic directors I'd love to work with, from like the greats like Martin Scorsese.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Sofia Coppola.
It's a cool industry to be in.
Yeah, but even in Canada, I'd love to do David Cronenberg's films, and there's so many fantastic directors that I'd love to work with.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you, Kristen. I do appreciate your time today, and I look forward to seeing how Nora evolves and who she eats next on Being Human.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Me too.
Thanks for your time.
All right. Thanks for talking.